Remember how I said in my Evangelion video that the story is perhaps the most important aspect to any series? Well, I was wrong.
What?
No, alright, I know that sounds bad.
At least to a degree. When a series has an emphasis on its story and aims to tell profound themes, it's to be expected that the narrative can deliver effectively. However, what I came to realize is that what I loved most about Evangelion was its heart, and how much it felt like an extension of Anno. While I of course wasn't a fan of how the story played out, I greatly appreciated how the story reflected his mindset in real life, and it basically served to help him deal with his own depression. Now, I'm not trying to backpedal on what I said in that video. I still dislike how the plot and themes interacted with one another, but what I'm getting at is that I love when I can deeply connect with the series, and feeling the creator's own personality, ideals, and character meshed into it helps you feel a deeper understanding of who they are as a person. When you can make the audience feel like they're seeing inside your mind, it can lead to some great things, and the genre that I feel delivers on this the best is slice of life. Slice of life is a genre that often gets disregarded, as it's about the day-to-day lives of regular people, generally with no ambitious or grand story, nor does it seek to challenge the audience to think critically about human nature or anything of the like. It's simply just about life, as the genre name implies. Complex narratives, characters, or worlds aren't necessary to create a genuinely interesting and fun experience, and its lack of complexity doesn't make it any less meaningful comparatively. Getting caught up in wanting profound storytelling and deep themes in your Japanese cartoons 24/7 means missing out on some truly spectacular works that deal with things that are anything but spectacular. And it's true, slice of life stories aren't spectacular in the grand scheme of things. But it's how the characters interact with their surroundings and with each other that make the mundane seem spectacular. Take Nichijou for example. It's about high schoolers being high schoolers. On paper, most of the situations are boring. Things like ordering a coffee or attending a school meeting. But it's how these characters react to these situations that make it seem way more intense than it actually is.
じゃあエスプレッソのティーのスモールでエスプレッソのショートでよろしいでしょうかそのスモールのショートで結構です
By taking the monotonous routines we do in our everyday life and painting them as sporadic events with unpredictable outcomes, it creates a fun viewing experience and could even lead to potential hypotheticals that might enhance your day. Now, you could say I'm cheating by using a surreal comedy to prove my point, so I'll go ahead and point in the direction of a more grounded series, Non Biori. This series is the perfect encapsulation of what it's like to grow up, and is especially relatable if you grew up in the middle of nowhere like these characters did. Because of the isolated setting in rural Japan, the town that our cast of characters reside in has little to offer in terms of entertainment, meaning you have to create your own fun. And that's exactly what Non Biori is about, finding enjoyment in anything you can and letting your imagination run wild.
だから音出てないってなんか出たタヌキ飼ってるのてかタヌキには聞こえてたのか名前もつけましたけどどんな名前おうサイケデリックネームそしてもう一回吹けばフガゲーをしますの待って今度は音出たフは何を
I can go on and on about how every slice of life excels at playing to their strengths, like how Unicamp shows the beauty of nature, A Place Further Than the Universe encourages you to take risk, and K-On! I actually haven't seen it yet. I promise I'm watching it soon though. Anyways, the point being that the slice of life genre can deliver impactful themes, despite being simple. In fact, I feel themes presented in a slice of life series are even more impactful than what you'd find in something that prides itself on being philosophical. The reason for this being is that it's always things we can apply to our everyday lives and can actually see demonstrated before our very eyes. Non Biori's themes of enjoying life and making the most out of anything is displayed throughout the entirety of the series, showing the audience what kind of things could be done in the real world to evoke the same feeling, while also evoking a sense of nostalgia as we most likely did these very same things as a kid. The same can't be said for something set in a fantasy world, however. While you could still apply the themes that are present to your everyday life, the means through which they're displayed might not be applicable to real life. For instance, in My Hero Academia, the theme of going beyond your limits is constantly showcased, and while that's an extremely strong message to send, it's shown through superpowered people literally pushing past their physical limits, breaking their body in the process. What I'm trying to say is that outside of slice of life, themes are typically shown in a hyperbolic way, which isn't a bad thing, of course. However, I think that showing themes in a grounded manner in the way that slice of life does makes it easier to apply to your own life. Obviously, this isn't objective, and I'm sure people have resonated with themes from more fantastical series than ones about girls drinking juice after school, so it just comes down to what you value more in terms of presentation. And presentation is the most vital aspect of slice of life, as while it could be boring to just watch these characters go about their life, the way they show us interact with their world and the eccentricities of it is what makes them stand out. In essence, the subject matter that slice of life touches upon is in fact boring, tedious, and monotonous. But by showing how to have fun with the tedium of life, the boring becomes exciting. Life is about making the most of what we have, and I think it's a truly beautiful thing that something based around this very ideal exists in the medium of anime and manga. I'm sorry if I've been boring you to death with everything I've said so far, but now we're at what is quite possibly the best component of any slice of life series: the cute girls. No good series is complete without the cute girls. Who cares if you've written a story so good that it's set the standard for everything else to come? If there isn't a cute pink-haired girl, it's shit to me. Cute girls doing cute things subgenre is one that basically only exists within the slice of life genre, as it's quite literally just cute girls doing cute shit. But this makes for some of the most wholesome viewing experiences. Watching a bunch of lovable characters do goofy things never gets old. Every series I've mentioned so far in this video falls into the cute girls doing cute things category. And nearly half the shows in my top 10 fall into this category as well. Enjoyability is perhaps the most important factor to take into account when rating something, to me at least. And this genre never fails at delivering an enjoyable experience. There's always a constant smile on my face just watching characters who are just overwhelmingly happy to be alive, and it makes me want to continue living to achieve this same level of happiness. It might be cheesy, but it's true. Seeing other people be happy makes me want to go out and achieve my own happiness. And I hope the same can be said for those that watch these kind of shows as well. Not much else has to be said about this portion of the video. Cute girls doing cute things is great, and I will always enjoy my time watching these types of shows. Slice of life becomes something truly special when heart is poured into it. Every different series you can tell what kind of comedy the creator enjoys, what kind of encounters they've had with people in their life, what interests them and what doesn't. And that's because slice of life is built upon the foundation of the creator's own life that they lived. It's a slice of their life, and even if they didn't pull from their own, this slice is still a part of someone else's life. It's by far the most relatable genre out there, and that's why I think it's such a remarkable thing that shouldn't be overlooked. I know many people turn to fiction as an escape from reality, but seeing the fun and spectacular things you can do in our own reality can be just as fun. Slice of life lets you reflect on yourself and the world around you, and oftentimes encourages you to go out and make the real world your own fantasy. Let your imagination run wild, make the mundane fantastical. Turn your boring walk home from school into an epic adventure filled with danger and fun. It's all about perspective. To summarize, slice of life is a medium that is easy to relate to, teaching you how to have fun with life or understand the struggles people just like you and I go through. They aren't out of this world stories, they're not filled to the brim with action, and there's never any real drama, threats, or consequences that loom over the worlds that the characters reside in. They're just stories about people living their lives, coming from the heart of the creator. And it doesn't need to be anything more than that. It knows what it wants to be, and it does it. Nothing more, nothing less.